Hey YouTube, just thought I would say this and get straight to the point real quick. It's about the whole communion thing. Well, you're not supposed to be doing it. This is to the churches. You're not supposed to be doing it. Why? Here's the true story behind the communion thing. Okay, when Jesus came to earth, King Herod assumed he was trying to take his throne off earth. Let me say that again. When Jesus came to earth, King Herod assumed Jesus wanted to take his throne because he had heard that there was supposed to be someone born amongst the Jews who was supposed to be their king, which his name was Jesus. So King Herod ordered all the firstborn children to get slain. That's why you shouldn't be celebrating his birthday, which is around Christmas, as so is said, because that was the time when the Jewish soldiers were trying to find Jesus and kill him. Just so you know that. Anyway, so then there came King Tiberius. I'm not sure who came first, but the one who came when his birth and the other one that was when his crucifixion happened. King Herod was around his birth. King Herod was around his birth, and King Tiberius was around his crucifixion. Anyway, King Tiberius had made this decree saying that uh, he thought that Jesus should be murdered because Jesus was going around, or should I say, Yahshua was going around and teaching the truth, and he ain't like that because he thought if Yahshua was going to get too powerful, Yahshua was going to take over, have him executed before he tries to ruin anything I built. So he set Yahshua up to be crucified and then lied and said it was written that it was supposed to happen that way and it was God's will. Now here's the other dude, Barabbas, who I just learned was a trained killer, and apparently they set him up for some type of murder or some sort like that, and put him in jail. But because Barabbas was related to the judge who was supposed to sentence him, he, I guess, let him off, and Jesus was the one who got crucified. But the only thing about it, Jesus was not supposed to get crucified. He was actually supposed to get away, but he didn't. And then, when Jesus was put in his tomb, apparently King Tiberius and his followers decided, what if God decides to have wrath on humanity for murdering his son? Maybe if we eat his body and drink his blood, maybe we'll be spared from it. And this will bring us closer to God. So they drank his body and ate his blood and said that this is supposed to be done this way to honor God. Honor God, which is just cannibalism and vampirism. Not supposed to be doing it. That's a sin. Not supposed to be doing it at all. Then he asked the crowd of people, "Do you think Jesus should be crucified or this murderer Barabbas?" Crowd picked Jesus, screwed up badly. Then they set Jesus up for the crucifixion. Just want to say this again. The cross that Jesus got put on was dipped in the blood of the youth, and it was cursed with the what was it? It was cursed with the oh yeah, tears of children of such. Yeah, and the disbelief of people. Uh, yeah. And when Jesus was getting crucified, the Father was looking down from heaven, seeing it, and he was about to wipe out humanity. But then Jesus had to go up to him and tell him, "Don't do it, because they don't know who they just killed, and have mercy on them and all that." But in the same time, you're not supposed to be doing communion because it's a sin against God because you're eating his son's body and drinking his blood, which is considered cannibalism and vampirism, which is not supposed to be being done. Yeah. So to put that in perspective. Let me see, was there anything else? Oh yeah, and King Tiberius had said that to do that, it's a way of trying to repent for the murder of Jesus, when in reality all they were trying to do was protect themselves from getting, facing the Father's wrath if he ever decided to wipe out humanity, that they will be spared. But in reality, they were just eating his body and drinking his blood because they wanted to get high. They wanted to become closer to God and become higher than Jesus or Yahshua and all that stuff. So, yeah. And they thought that by eating his body and drinking his blood, that's how they could do it. To be either become like Jesus or become one with God. It's just one or the other. So, yeah. they were pretty much trying to be Jesus while he wasn't here. And they literally went in his tomb and was eating pieces of skin off his body and drinking, well, they collected his blood and was drinking that in a way to mock him, for the fact that they murdered him. And just another visual for the crucifixion thing. When Jesus or Yahshua got crucified, the Roman soldiers was, mocking him like, oh, you ain't nothing, Jesus, you ain't nothing. Oh, all these people who claim they're your followers, they turned on you. Ah, you're not that tough, you're not that strong, you're a nobody. Hey, if you're really somebody, come off that cross, Jesus. Yeah, Yahshua, if you're really big and bad, come off that cross. Yeah, just like we thought, you're a nobody, you're a nobody. Yeah, see, you ain't so tough now, are you? Mm-hmm. Now let's see if we stick this spirit of destiny in your side. What you gonna do about it? Stuck it in him, and he died. And then the sun refused to shine its light, which was the Father's way of turning his head from the earth. And the reason why the earth was shaking is because the dead was about to rise and kill humanity. Yeah. So there you go. And just to say it again, communion is a sin. It's cannibalism and vampirism. Not something you're supposed to be doing. Like I said before, words from God. If you truly want to show the Father that you appreciate him not destroying y'all, instead of communion, you should be bowing down in thanks to him that he didn't just wipe humanity out as a whole. Because he could have just snapped his fingers and made all this nothing, but Jesus pretty much told him, or Yahshua pretty much told him, yeah, they ain't getting it, but they need time. They just need time. So, Father said, alright, since you said so, alright. But anyway, peace.